Can I steal you for a minute?
Steal you for a minute?
Can I steal you for a minute?
Welcome to Can I Steal You for a Minute, the reality dating recap podcast. My name is Indra Raj.
And I'm Mary Bianco.
And we have one thing to cover today.
Temptation Island.
Which, okay, to be fair, I thought this was going to be unwatchable.
Yes.
And so because my expectations were below ground, it's been entertaining, like pleasantly surprising, I guess.
Yeah, I've been entertained, but I've also been like really mad to learn how dumb, like how deep the well of being dumb can go. And I think it just illuminates how we've ended up in this situation, because there are multiple men on the show who are, I don't know how they found three of the most self-absorbed, backwards people I've ever seen on TV.
Ever. And like Lino is like not even truly absolved because he absolutely wanted to like be tempted.
It was really embarrassing to watch him just continually get shot down over and over again. But these other three guys are just like, they've never put themselves in someone else's shoes ever in their life, and being held accountable for their actions feels like a punishment. And like, it was insane to watch.
I mean, who do you think like was the most ridiculous to you of all of the men?
I think I want to say Brian.
Right.
But he has like some awareness that what he did is messed up. So I think like the most clueless is Grant. Like, he really thinks that the reason him and Ashley won't work is because she won't let go of resentment while he's actively cheating on her.
This is the thing. It's like, and the timeline of it all is crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, because he has sex with Natalie in the shower.
Yep.
Within, I want to say like 2 or 3 nights of being in the villa. And that's the first bonfire. That's what Ashley sees. And by the next bonfire, he's like, oh, well, if she can just get over this while I'm still totally in with this girl, having sex with her, like it's all still happening. But if she can let go of it, like we can be together.
Yeah.
It's so delusional.
It's just so selfish, because then he sees a clip of Ashley kissing somebody.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow, she really moved on fast. It's like, how dare you? What is wrong with you? Like, you feel disrespected and belittled because she's mad at you for cheating on her continually while you are actively cheating on her. You have the audacity to get mad at her for not letting go of the past.
Yes.
While you are actively cheating on her.
I mean, what Ashley has said the whole show, and now what we're learning afterwards, is like he is kind of the definition of like the serial cheater.
Yeah.
Like he does it in every relationship, and it's almost as if like it's just so routine for him now that it's not a problem.
Yeah.
He doesn't even see it as wrong. It's like, oh, this is my journey or whatever.
Yeah, like if she can't forgive me for things that I've done, then there's no stopping here. It's like sometimes you have to be held accountable for your actions. Like,
right.
Sometimes there are things you don't have to be cool and forgive. Like,
right. And are you going to stop? No. Like, where's the accountability for that?
Right. There was and Mark was kind of saying that, where he was like, there's a gap between what you're saying and what your actions are, where like,
right,
you want to marry Ashley, but there's only mention of what she can do for you and not how you can make sure that she doesn't feel this resentment towards you. Because it's like, women are not crazy. Resentment doesn't come from nowhere. All the most patient women I know patient people I know in my entire life are women. And she's been pushed to her absolute breaking point that she does like 2 mean comments at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's the reason we're not together. It's like, no, it's not.
It's not. Like, it is true that Brian was able to take accountability by the end.
Now.
Yeah, kind of. But, you know, he did say multiple times, like, I came here thinking it was something wrong with her and realizing that actually I have stuff I need to work on. None of that from Grant.
No.
And like, so, you know, obviously the season all came out in like 10 episodes, and it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since it came out. So there's been all the stuff about like where the couples are now. There was a Vile Files pseudo reunion, which I don't think anything really came out of that we wouldn't have known. But I think the most interesting like after story from the whole season is that so we see Grant and Ashley break up. And Grant says, I'm going to leave single. And Ashley says, I'm going to leave with Danny.
Yeah.
Which was the biggest surprise of the season. And I was so happy about it.
I know. And Grant was crushed.
I mean, he was so, because he wants his cake and he wants to have his cake and eat it too. And he wants to be able to leave single and date Natalie and do all the things and have Ashley waiting for him and being single and sad. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
And Ashley's like, I think Ashley knew that. I don't think she really liked Logan that much.
No, I don't. Oh, Danny. She left with Danny.
So, yeah, Danny.
Yeah. She was between the two the whole season.
Right. And like, okay, Logan, you know what's so interesting is Logan and Danny are the same age. They're both 22. And Logan is a man child.
Yeah.
Like maybe not even like man can be used to describe him. He's just a child.
Yeah, he's a baby.
Like, he cannot express himself. He's it's not just shyness. I think it's really immaturity with him.
Yeah.
And Danny was just like so sure of himself. He was so much more mature. He was so kind and like.
He was so sweet.
I don't think Logan was unkind. I just think Logan like didn't know what to say.
No, he was just there for like comedic relief for them. He was like never really going to build any kind of long lasting relationship with Ashley. And
no,
I don't know if Danny would either, but he was just so sweet. Like
he was very like, he was, I think, exactly what Ashley needed. And like, I think she felt really safe with him, which like, I don't know. That says a lot. Like when you find that kind of safety with a guy you've known for less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the minute you leave Grant behind, you realize how unsafe that relationship made you feel the whole time. So like, it's just been nice. I was pleased to see throughout the trajectory of the show that like Ashley decided pretty early on that like stuff was over with Grant. And moved from there. And I was like, thank goodness she's not like going back and forth about this. At least from what we could see.
Yeah, from
okay,
what
so
we
then
saw.
what we find out
yeah.
is post-season. Okay, so here's the wildest thing. I don't know if you read all these details or
I
know
didn't.
them, Mary. Okay, so Grant reunites with Natalie. I guess a week after filming, he invites Natalie on a work trip with him. And she goes, and she says it's really fun and romantic and great.
I'm just shocked Grant has a job.
You're like, wait, roll it back. Wait,
Back up.
Grant has a job.
Grant has a job.
Yeah, like what? Who would hire that man? Honestly.
He came on the screen and I was just like, sorry to detract, but I'm like, I just know he doesn't read. Like, and
like anything, like not even signs.
no, it's like the Nick Miller quote from New Girl. That's like, I'm not convinced I can read. I think I've just memorized a lot of words. Like, I don't think he can like read.
Yeah, like he actually never learned to read.
No.
That is
Anyway,
exactly who he is. Oh my God, Mary, you are on the nose with him. But he can say a bunch of shit. So I guess like they go on this trip. And then in the airport afterwards, like Natalie's leaving and he like makes this big show and like runs up to her and he's like, let's make it exclusive and official. And she's like, okay. And they like officially start dating. Meanwhile, like, I don't think they live in the same place.
No.
So Grant goes back to wherever he's from, which is obviously where Ashley's from. And he runs into her at a bar and tells her like immediately like, oh, I've been going out to all these places trying to run into you, like blah, 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 immediately rekindles things with Ashley. So this man is now cheating on Natalie
With Ashley. Oh my God.
I mean, it is actually unreal. Like, and to like, he knew all of this would come out, and
Of
like
course.
Ashley didn't know, Natalie didn't know. Then they find out, and then everything kind of implodes. I guess like that's how it all ends. Natalie's kind of like, she kind of throws some shade at Ashley. She's like, oh, you know, I knew Ashley would kind of like go back and forth with him because that's who she is. And I'm like, how do you know who she is? But
Yeah.
okay.
Also,
But-
Natalie, let's not Like,
right. Let's not hate the woman in the situation when
Yeah.
Grant is clearly the problem. She's like, I'm the kind of person where if you do me wrong once, like I'm never going to talk to you again. And like that's exactly what's happened. And I've never talked to Grant again. And I'm like, "Ugh, okay, Natalie.
that's also like not really true, Natalie. Like, he did fuck you over in the villa and you kept going back. So that's all fine and good, but that's also not true. And like, that's okay. Like, we can all have
Right.
grace for each other for falling for this idiot.
No, totally. And like, I think he is really like the thing about Grant, he's this type of guy who does put on a good show. Like, he can make you believe that he's really feeling what he's feeling. And I think even he might be feeling what he's feeling. At a certain point, again, it comes back to the accountability thing.
Yeah.
You have to take accountability for your actions. And just because you feel something doesn't mean that you should be doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like life isn't just like this situation where you get to do all the things you want to do. Like there are things you cannot do.
I think that that's like the issue for these men is that they don't know that there's just things that you don't do if you want a certain outcome. So
Right.
like, you know, if you want to end up with Ashley, you don't cheat on Ashley the whole time. Like, and I
No.
don't know how that's not common sense, but it's like Grant seems completely baffled that Ashley wants nothing to do with him. And it's like,
completely
how
devastated.
how is that your reaction?
It's like unbelievable. And he's like, even in this final date with Natalie, he's like basically telling her she's the one. But like in his ITMs being like, but it could still go either way with Ashley. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you have like fully been having sex with this woman now
Yeah.
for like several weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
He has
this is unbelievable.
he has 2 brain cells and he uses them to fuck people over. Like,
Yes.
it's like, and this whole like, I'm a good man. Be about it then. Like, you don't just get to say
Yes.
it. Like, what we have seen is you are not a good man to be in a relationship with, and that's like,
No.
that's it.
No. And I didn't watch the Vial Files reunion because it was like 2.5 hours long.
Oh
And
God.
half of it is usually just Nick talking about himself.
Yeah, of course.
But like, I looked at the comments though on YouTube, and there was one about how like Ashley would cry every time he brought up his daughter. And it was like, oh my gosh. Like, then I was just thinking about his daughter
I
and
know.
all of this. And like, I feel for her. Like, I hope she's okay. I
Yeah,
hope
I
she
hope-
never sees the show. Like, she will, but I hope she never does.
I hope she has like, her mom is like very solid and
Yes, same.
shields her from who her dad like really is to other people.
Right. He really has like no redeeming qualities. Like, I can't think of one.
Yeah, I just think it's like so much of what's going on in this country is just like men feeling like they don't have to do anything. They can do whatever they want and everyone else just has to deal with it.
Yeah.
And then they're shocked when there's repercussions. And I'm just like really bored of it. Like, this is 2025. You can't just
Right.
like do whatever the fuck you want and expect everyone to be obsessed with you. Like, his reactions on social media since have been like shocked that people don't like him.
Like him. Oh my God. I saw some comments somewhere that was like Grant being surprised that people don't like him. And it's like, it literally, like, it's not like this is like, it took me the whole show to feel this way. It's
It was
like
immediate.
literally in the first episode, I was like, I don't like this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like the way he moves. Even if you think back to like when Ashley chose Logan for her first date and that whole little exchange
Ugh, it
between
just
him and
tipped them off.
Logan, and he was such a baby about
Yeah.
it. I just don't. He sucks.
Yeah, he
just
really does.
Really sucks. And it's like, it is just like, we should be evolved human beings by this point where we can think about others and actually treat them well, but also recognize that we have that treating other people well isn't going to somehow take away from your self-worth.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I honestly
exactly
think
it.
that's what he feels.
Yeah, he thinks like being called out
Right.
and those things getting called out are what makes him a bad person. Like, he thinks that the call out is what makes him a bad person. It's like, no, what
No.
you did is what makes you a bad person. It's like,
Yeah, like you did it to yourself, bro.
Right,
It's
I-
all
I-
you.
yeah, I just could never imagine being in a relationship with someone like this. And I can't believe people like this exist. Like, I just,
But they do.
God, he's one of the worst. He's not, I don't know. I really don't like Brian.
I really don't like Brian, and we'll get there, but I actually think like the silent evil sleeper is Tyler.
Yeah, there's
Because
something wrong with him.
He is kind of like slid under the radar a little in terms of everything, but he's a fucking snake. And this man is the only one out of the couples who broke up. By the way, Brian and Shantae did not go to this reunion.
Of
which
course not.
I think we can all assume why. But he was the only one who was there who like left single or whatever. I mean, I guess he left with Kay.
He left
but,
with Kay, yeah.
I guess Kay knew even in the overnight date before the end, like whatever transpired between them, she was like, I knew it wasn't going to work, but I decided to leave with him anyway. And they like, I don't even know if they dated at all afterwards. He like almost immediately started dating some girl named Lauren, who's like a mutual friend of him and Taylor. Like he cannot not be in a relationship.
Yeah,
Also, just like Sandoval, I will point out.
exactly.
And he's just like, just this whole time, like he immediately latched on to Kay and was behaving really inappropriately with her, like crossing boundaries that had been set between him and Taylor, like immediately, but constantly being like, I just want to make sure I'm not moving too fast. Like, I need to take time, blah, blah, blah. Like all the while, he's actually like full steam ahead with this girl. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like he's pumping the brakes. Like he's going for it. He's just saying that he's not, but he is.
Yeah. He is like one of those people that just does not know himself, so he can't be single. Like he can't spend a moment alone. Like he truly has not been single since he was 16 years old.
Which is crazy.
Crazy. And the gaslighting, the last conversation he had with Taylor, where like she's like, you don't bring X, Y, and Z to the table. And he's like, I just think that you're looking at it the wrong way. Like, you know, I might not be working, but I'm off of this like run of the mill path that I've been on for such a long time. And I've really found my calling to follow my heart. And I've opened myself up to all these experiences. And that's been so much more rewarding. And it's like, you don't have a job. Like your self-discovery.
And you need a job.
You need a job.
Like,
your self-discovery's been like funded by someone else.
Right. Exactly.
And you were mad at her for being upset about that. And it was like so crazy the way he tried to twist things around to be like, okay, so I'm not, he's like, so you pay all my bills. There's a problem. Like, it's like, yeah, you don't like her and you're letting her pay all of your bills.
Yeah, and she doesn't like that. She doesn't want that out of a partner. She clearly wants to like build something with someone. And Tyler is just like the opposite of that. And he's not at all responding to that desire within her. And so they're just like, they're a total mismatch. I mean, part of me is like, I can't ever imagine a time when these two were actually together.
I don't really get it. Like
I don't see it between them.
I don't see it. And like when she's like, you've been my safe space for so long, I'm like, I just don't think that this is a person you can share how you feel with, because everything is about him all the time. And the way he just smirks in your face when you're upset, it's just like so alarming.
Yeah, I just feel like it like you are the person that he got into a relationship with after a 5-year marriage ended.
Yep.
Whatever connection you had, it kind of like it never evolved beyond probably whatever it started out as. And he stepped out on you several times, you've said. And like it just feels like they don't even know each other. Like at certain points in these final episodes, it was almost like, oh wait, who's Taylor's partner again? Like I like almost forgot like who her actual original boyfriend was.
Like seeing her cry over him was kind of weird, because it's like, haven't you guys been broken up for weeks? I'm like,
I know. It's like this was clearly over like well before they got to the island. Yeah. I mean, it was nice to see her like connect with Yemen and like find some sort of whatever there. Like I'm glad she made out with him. Like
that was such a positive experience, and like
Yes.
I'm glad they didn't leave together and try to force anything. Like they're just
No.
good friends who were there for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like Tyler did get away with it because he wasn't like so obviously like comically evil the way that Grant and Breon were.
Yeah, but he was pretty shitty. He was
Yeah.
a piece of shit the whole time if you really look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
And like the way that he dwelled on the bitch tendencies comment,
So annoying, and
it
so
was
like
just like this just shows exactly who you are. Like you can't even get deeper than this like very surface level thing that she said about you. Like your ego is the most important thing here.
yeah, because it's like he knows exactly why she said that. Like the bitch tendencies
Right.
are the fact that he didn't have a job for 10 months, wasn't looking for a job, and was just like cool coasting on her. And like
Right.
it sounds like when they started dating, he was this very ambitious person and he just changed up. And
Right. And
so-
that's okay if you want to change it up, but
Yeah.
like don't expect someone to be there for you and fund your whole change when you've only known each other for 2 years.
Yeah.
And like it's just not, the whole thing just doesn't add up. Like I'm glad it's over. I'm glad Kay is not in a relationship with
Yeah.
him. Like I don't really have an opinion about her. She was just like
it was fine.
whatever. But I was just like, yeah, this is clearly not like a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
So then, okay, Breon, like, I guess Mark did like an interview with Breon and Shantae afterwards. I didn't watch it, but they are still together.
Mm-hmm.
Like they left the island together. They're still together, which is mind blowing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is what I keep replaying in my head. And we talked about this last time, but like, I just need to say it one more time. Like, he's out here saying, I had the threesome and now I realize it's not what I want. So I can commit myself fully to Shantae. When he immediately after having the threesome was going after 2 other girls to have another threesome.
Yeah.
He wanted to keep going.
And
When they said no, then he was like, oh, okay, I guess actually I don't want this in my life and I'm ready to commit myself to Shantae completely.
Yeah.
She saw that, right?
She's definitely seen it now.
She's clearly not caring about that or
No.
just wiping it out of her mind.
I wanted to like Shantae, but at the end, like she is the kind of woman that will blame the other women
Right.
for your boyfriend's mistake.
Right.
And there's something about Breon that she wants to keep making excuses for him. And I think some people are so obsessed with like, well, at least I have a man, and don't care if it's just scraps from this person. And
Right.
that's what he gives her is truly the bare minimum. Like, and he creeps the other girls out so much.
Yeah, they were actually creeped out by him.
They were uncomfortable with him because he's like, not like volatile's like the wrong word, but he changes his emotions so quickly. Like we see this in that conversation he has with Amaya where
in the bedroom.
yeah,
Yes.
he wants to make a video for Shantae to say like he's sorry, he understands what he did wrong. Amaya's like, okay, let's brainstorm what to say, but I think we should sit somewhere different than your bedroom because the optics are bad.
Right. And I don't feel comfortable, she
Yeah,
said.
and I don't feel comfortable. And he loses his shit. He's like, you're weird. I'm dealing with a 5-year-old. Like, you want to talk, you're here to help me and you want to talk about optics. And it's like, just
Right.
became clear that all these women in the house were objects for him to achieve some kind of goal.
Right.
And when it came
He
time to like,
literally said to her, like,
Yeah.
you are here so I can have these conversations.
yep,
And she's like,
I'm not a
no,
therapist.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Like,
He is so disrespectful to women.
it truly,
In
actually,
so many different levels. Like he has a threesome with Courtney and Alex. They have the opportunity to keep two girls in the house and the other 2 go home. He doesn't save either girl that he had a threesome with because it
Nope.
meant nothing to him.
No, I mean that was like hard to watch, especially because someone else chose Alex,
Well,
but
yeah,
like
Leno.
but Courtney goes home and she's like, "Yeah, I was surprised."
Yeah.
and it's like, I mean, even if you go there knowing like you're there as an object to tempt these men or whatever, like that doesn't mean you don't have feelings.
No.
That doesn't mean that you weren't involved in like an intimate situation with this man. And just to have it cut off like that is like very weird.
It was really weird and like just shows who he is as a person. Like
Right.
again, does not want a reminder of anything that he's done, because they showed
Right.
his face when Lino picked Alex and he was like annoyed.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
he wants like no accountability whatsoever.
Yeah, he wants to distance himself from like the bad thing he did, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, he's like, I got this out of my system. So like
Right.
let's just be done with it.
right.
And Shantae will let him. Like and he knows that she'll let him. Like he said that after. He was like, you know, I don't regret it. And I think even Grant was like, do you think she'll forgive you for this for real? And he's like, yeah, she'll forgive me. And she
does.
will. And that's like,
You know what I think Shantae's thing is, and this is the part that I have an issue with, is written a narrative for herself that she is a good woman. And being a good woman means standing by your man no matter what and propping them up and making sure that they're good. Like that's her definition of a good woman. She said it so many times.
so many times.
He said it so many times about her. Like that is a narrative in their relationship that she wants to protect because it makes her feel good, I
Yeah.
think. And I think that's what she gets out of this. Is like, well, I'm the good woman who's going to take this person back, because even though he had these transgressions that truly, I don't know many people who could come back from this. I don't I don't know if anyone else even on this island could have, like, even knowing what it is. Like, she was like, well, I'm going to step up and be the good woman for my man, and we're going to stay together and make this work. And like, I think avoiding all the post interviews and all of the social media, like Brian has had his Instagram untaggable for like several days now.
Yeah.
She's just shielding herself and shielding the relationship. And there was a point where she said, like, I can't believe he did this on TV. And she's like, how am I supposed to protect him now? Because
Yeah.
people are going to see this.
Yeah.
Like, she literally said that.
Yeah, and she kept saying, she said to Alexa at some point, he wouldn't have done this if we weren't here. What does that mean?
Right.
Who cares? He did do it. Like, I don't know, like, if it makes you feel like, well, we're never going to be on Temptation Island again. Are you ever going to comfortably go on vacation again? Like, are you going to be attached to the hip with him for the rest of his life to make sure that he's not, like, fucking other people? Because he will. Like,
He said, like, I like to have sex with all of my friends.
Yeah.
If you go on a trip and there's other women there, like, he's probably going to want to have sex with them, and he might do it. Like, I don't know. He said he never stepped out on her, but I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
it came too easily and without remorse for him. And, like,
right.
his apology to her was, like, the weakest shit I've ever seen. And, like,
Yes.
she accepts it. And it's like,
Well, first she says, I'm going to leave single.
yeah,
And then she changes her mind 'cause
immediately.
I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I really got to know her as a person, but I just feel like I know she deserves better than that.
Yeah, I mean, I think at a certain point also, like, we, like, curate the respect we get. Like, and I think that
Right.
she knows exactly how he's going to treat her. And there's something about, and I think his past makes, like, gives some context to this, where he was so open with her about the abuse he suffered as a child, which is, like,
Right.
obviously horrible. Like, would not wish it on anybody. But we talk about this a lot, where, like, you cannot use something bad that happened to you that to then hurt people for the rest of your life.
Right.
And I think it makes Shantae feel special that she's the person who makes him feel better, because she just does whatever he wants. And, like,
Right.
he's, I don't know, he's not a good dude to her. Like, I that apology was terrible, that video was weak, the bonfire was, like, embarrassing for him, like, and then, you know, whispering in her, like, I'll go to therapy this time. Like, you've been together for a year.
Yeah.
How are you already begging him to go to therapy? It's been a year.
Wait, they've only been together 1 year?
A year.
Oh, I thought they had been together for at least 2 or 3 years.
No, they were the shortest relationship out of the 4.
Yeah, those two are fucked. Like, or maybe they're not. Like,
They're
I mean,
stupid.
I guess, like, you know, one way to look at relationships lasting is just like the couple's willingness to put up with each other's shit.
I guess.
Like, because just because you stay together doesn't mean that everything's hunky-dory.
No, that's definitely true. Like, I just think, I don't know. I hate to call women stupid, but like, I think she's dumb. Like, this is really bad. Like,
No, this is, I mean, especially like, it's one thing after like being on the island and seeing what you saw and not being totally sure and not wanting to totally give up. Like, I guess I sort of get that. Like, but after all of this, like, after really seeing what it was and seeing what he actually said and did, like, he's telling you story. He's rewriting how he actually felt to like make this work.
yeah.
In reality, like, he enjoyed that threesome and wants to do it again. I think that his desire to do that again will probably outweigh his desire to please you.
I agree. And I think he does not seem like a person who has a lot of willpower. And so I think he will make it 6 months and will probably do it again. I don't get what she gets out of it besides feeling like she's being a good person and like
She probably just she probably just doesn't even realize that there are better options for her. You know, like,
yeah, she does seem insecure.
she seems kind of insecure. It seems like very possible that maybe some of the people she's dated before have not been whatever. And I'm sure there are aspects of her relationship with Brian that one could look at and say are positive. Like, I don't know what they are, but that's between them.
We didn't get
like,
to see them. Yeah.
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 We didn't get to see them together a lot, to be fair. But like, maybe there's something about his personality, or I don't know.
Yeah. I just think
It's just hard. Like, it's just blatant disrespect of you and your relationship.
Yeah, I just think Brian like looks at other people in terms of what they can do for him.
Yeah.
And, you know, for Shantae, it's she'll forgive him. She's a good woman. She'll hold him down. She'll make him be a
Right.
better person.
Right.
She'll hold him accountable. So he doesn't have to do any of that stuff. And then it's like with Amaya, you know, she'll give me advice. She'll be the
Right.
person I can talk to about my problems. And he doesn't bring anything to the table and he just demands so much of other people.
Right.
And like maybe we didn't get to see what he brings to the table, but like we spent 10 episodes with him and I don't know.
I want to know what Amaya says after all of this.
I don't know. I just hope like Brian gets erectile dysfunction and can't have sex anymore because this is just like, don't wave this around in my face.
No, it was scary watching the aftermath of that threesome. It was scary watching how little remorse he had and how ready he was to do it again immediately. Like,
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my God. And like later he has feelings and remorse, but it's like, I don't know how much I buy that.
I don't buy it at all. I think it's what you said before that he couldn't pull off another threesome. And so he was like, well, gotta
Yeah, now I
gotta
gotta
get
commit.
this done. Yeah. I don't know. I like feel bad for Shantae, but then I'm also like, she sees the video of him having a threesome, sees him saying he doesn't feel bad, and she goes, I just need clarity on what happened. What?
You saw what happened.
No one gets more clarity than you got. Everyone who's been cheated on would love to see a video of it and see their partner's exact reaction after.
Yeah.
You got more clarity than anyone will ever have ever. And you were like, you know what? I think he can explain this away.
Oh my God.
And you let him.
Fucking everyone on this island is fucking delusional. Like,
It was truly like casting outdid themselves, like
yeah, they really.
with the dumbest fucking people.
And then it's like Alexa and Lino. Like, I'm sorry, did not care about their love story at all. I still
No.
don't care about it. Like, I'm happy that they're together and they seem happy. I don't know why the show did not succeed in getting me to care about them as a couple.
I think it's because Lino kept trying to cheat on her. Like,
Yeah, that's probably it.
It was like such an unearned arc for them where it's like, he's like, you know, it's always been Alexa, but it's like every comment he's like, you know, there's definitely something between me and Alex. Alex was not interested in you. Like,
Oh
she
my
fully fucked someone else in the house. Why are you like,
The way he was in that final date or whatever, like with the straw at the bar, and he's like, someone needs to put me to bed before I make a bad decision. I was like, she's clearly telling you that she's not flirting with you.
and he was
that
like,
if I saw that as Alexa, I would be so turned off. Like, it would be.
I would get the ick like immediately.
Immediately. I
Like,
got the ick and I'm not even in a relationship with this man.
no, and then he wore that fucking shirt to the engagement. I was like, do yourself a favor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it was like, it was a pretty engagement. They seem happy. Like,
Yeah, they seem
we
committed
needed
and happy.
something positive after. Like, I'm glad it happened because those 3 bonfires, like the 2 breakups were kind of brutal, and then getting back, like staying together was even more brutal. And so
Right.
it was good to
The-
have.
You just couldn't cheer for Shantae and Brienne. It's just like, oh, fucking hell.
I literally was just like, ugh, ew.
It's just like disappointing. Like, I just want people to be better. Like, I just want them to be better. And I don't know. I mean, this show is like, it is fucking brutal. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to think if I think this setup is worse than the ultimatum setup. And I think this setup is worse.
Yeah, I think because you both are like with one person and it's more
Right.
believable that you would make like a meaningful connection living with somebody and being together 24/7.
Right.
I think both of the shows are fooling themselves and thinking that the real goal is clarity and whether we should end up together. Like,
No, they want drama.
yeah,
It's a drama machine, and I appreciate it. I'm here for it.
of course. I mean, we
I
had nothing
mean-
to watch and they came for us in our time of need.
Right, and the red light. I mean, come on. They just went. They went for it.
The red
Extra,
light was
extra.
hilarious. Grant assuming that Ashley fucked him in the tent.
Oh my god! Of course he did.
I
What
was
a
like, Grant, you have
You
no
just
idea.
want to feel better about you
Exactly.
fucking that girl in the tent.
It's also like you have no idea how graphic the clips they get of you are if you think that what Ashley was doing in there was sex.
Right.
Like,
oh, I think also a big difference between the shows is like maybe because of the one-on-one nature or whatever. I just feel like the couples on the ultimatum are like not like the first thing on their minds, at least in the episode, the season that I just watched of it, is like not to immediately have sex with the other person. It's like
yeah,
they're
I
better at showing restraint.
I think JR was like the only one who was like very
Right.
sex focused so far on the ultimatum.
Yes.
Versus here, like this.
It's
was
kind of like the
so-
first thing that these guys. I feel like when they screen for couples for both shows, they probably take the people who are just horny as fuck and put them on Temptation Island.
Yeah,
Just knowing that they're going to make bad decisions.
I think that's probably right because it's like
Yeah.
I just don't know anybody who's geared this way. Like
No, I mean, it's diabolical.
it makes me feel like crazy. I'm like, is my libido broken? Like what?
Like, I am not chasing after threesomes. Like, literally, I mean, it was just like the minute it was in front of him, Brienne was fucking those women in that bathroom.
It must
like
be
immediately.
hell walking down the street for him because that's probably all that's in his head. It's like those two, those two, those two, those two. Like he can't go anywhere with peace.
Anyone with an ass, he's like,
Oh,
this is it.
yeah,
That's his
Brienne.
thing.
What happened to? I don't care how fat their ass is. I'm not being tempted.
Oh my God. Well, bro, you were tempted. It happened.
Yeah, I just. Ugh.
Yeah. So, I mean, any other aftermath news? Like, not really. Like, Tyler is now dating someone else who Taylor knows.
Yep.
Taylor's single. Ashley's single. Grant is single.
Yeah.
And we know what's going on with the other couples. So that's a wrap.
That is a wrap.
It's over. I think the show had enough popularity that they'll probably have another season.
I definitely think they will, especially if it fits into this window of the Love Is Blind lull.
Right.
I'm hoping it was popular enough that they trust that people will watch it.
Yeah.
And just not dump all 10 at the same time.
I know, right? Like, can we do like 5 and 5 or
Yeah.
even like the Netflix like 6 and then, 2 at a time or
Yeah.
whatever? Like
That would be better.
it's so intense. And like, honestly, I feel like the end of this season was such a bummer to watch because it was actually impossible not to get spoiled on what was gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I couldn't open social media without there being something that was just a clear indication of what was going on with these couples. So
Clearly, no one has a job.
it's also, I mean, our page, if you open up the feed, it's immediately just like all
Let's
the
see what's
information.
the spoiler right now.
Yeah, of course.
Oh God, it's an Elon Musk story. I would pray for a Temptation Island spoiler over that.
I know. Barf.
Barf.
Just barf. I like can't. I'm like too tired to even like go on a rant about it today. It's just so upsetting.
I actually like feel the same. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't have the energy for this today. Too many shitty men to talk about.
Too many. It's like, yeah, exactly what you said earlier is just like there's a common theme happening on these shows and in America of people being like, I fucked you over and now you're mad at me.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What do you mean?
Okay, so looking ahead, so a couple shows have come onto the radar since we last spoke. And okay, so let's like quickly talk about them.
Yeah.
The first one is, hold on, I wrote it down. Do you remember what it's called?
Is it Pop the Balloon?
Okay, so that's one of them. There's what? Okay, so Pop the Balloon actually starts next week. And it's a live show.
Fun.
So have you ever heard of the show?
I've seen clips of it on TikTok.
Okay, so what is the premise of it?
Basically, there's a bunch of singles, either men or women, and they're all holding a balloon. And then one person of the opposite sex comes in and like people will either pop their balloon just based on appearance or when they start talking. And
Because they like them.
because you don't like them.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you pop your balloon and you leave. You don't want anything to do with them.
Okay.
And then as they start talking, you might keep your balloon unpopped or you might pop your balloon more. And then the host is like, why'd you pop your balloon? And the only clips that I see are the men being like horrifically sexist to the women and then being surprised when the women all pop their balloon. Like,
Right.
so it'll be interesting.
So it's like a speed dating.
Yeah, it's very fast. And then I
Okay.
don't know if because this is like a extended Netflix show, if we'll see the dates after or
Right. I mean, they have to fill the time somehow, I guess. Yeah, it seems like it's some sort of like reimagined version of the original.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be live on Thursdays starting April 10th. So we'll cover it as we can, I guess. I mean, I guess we'll just have to see what the format is like, but there's going to be some people that we know. Like, is this the one that has Zaina on it? I think Zaina's going to be on it. I think
that'd be fun.
the guy from Big Brother that you like, what's his name? I'm going to bring this up. Pop the Balloon, Netflix. Johnny Bananas.
Bananas?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, because he was on Traders, right?
Yeah, he was on Traders. He's originally from The Challenge.
Oh, The Challenge. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's kind of annoying, but he's great TV.
Okay, so I don't know like how it's going to work. It says, alongside everyday contestants, some of your favorite reality stars and personalities. Johnny Bananas The Challenge, Chase Demore from Too Hot to Handle.
Ugh.
Farrah Abram from Teen Mom.
Ugh.
And Zaina from The Ultimatum, who
Fine.
she's nice. But yeah, it's the new iteration builds on the original's core concept while pushing the boundaries of connection, chemistry, and unpredictability. So I guess we'll see. Sort of interesting. We'll see if it's like something that's even worth recapping. Like, I don't know if it's going to be episode by episode or if there'll be continuing stories from week to week.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, so that's on our radar. And then the other
Farmer
one
wants a
is,
wife.
Yes, so someone DM'd us saying that Farmer wants a wife, asking if we were going to cover it.
There's only 2 episodes out so far, it seems.
It just like, I'm having PTSD from...
Joe Millionaire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which felt, it was the same network.
It
was
seems like the same setup.
Is it?
It's 2 guys, each dating groups of women. There's a few guys actually. They each have their own group of women. They talk to each other about the girls.
Okay. And
Okay,
it's
there's
probably
4
like,
guys.
it was also like one of the most low budget shows I've ever seen.
Oh my God, it was insane.
I don't want to watch it.
I don't either. And
I don't think we're going to watch it.
I don't think that there's like, because for us, it's like, we don't want to watch something that you guys aren't watching. Like, we don't want to
Exactly.
cover something that you guys are going to skip episodes because,
Right.
you know, we like interacting with all of you. If you're not watching a show, we're not going to watch it. So,
Right. And I know that like maybe some people are watching it, but it may not be enough for us to actually cover it. So
yeah, let us know if you'd rather hear like, where are they now?
Right.
Updates,
Which
or you want us to cover a show that doesn't seem to be getting any traction at all.
Right. then there's one more show, which I don't know. And this might be more of like a trader situation. So it has people from dating shows on it, but it's something different. It's called Battle Camp.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one.
Do you know anything about it?
I haven't heard a thing.
Okay, let's see here. So 18 Netflix reality universe stars facing off in Battle Camp. It's even $250,000 in cash, which is the same as traders. They have to endure high octane challenges, grueling punishments, and a giant spinning wheel of misfortune that determines who stays in camp and who must pack their bags and head home. So it's determined by a wheel of misfortune?
I don't know. That sounds interesting.
Anyway, some people who might be of interest to us as reality dating people. I'll just read all these people in case you know them. Avori from The Mole. Did you ever watch The Mole?
I love The Mole.
Okay, so do you know who that is?
I think if I saw a picture, let me see. I think you would love The Mole.
Would I?
Yeah.
I probably would.
It's kind of like they're all normal people, but sorry, this turned into a pitch for The Mole, but there are
That's what this podcast is all about. Pitching TV to one another.
they're like basically it's like traders but smaller. So it's like there's a whole group of people and there's only one mole.
Okay.
And each week
okay.
you get clues to who the mole is. So it's like
Oh, okay. And this has been on for a long time.
a while, yeah.
It's kind of like one of the OG reality shows.
Yeah, because it was on for a long time in the UK, and then it has been on Netflix for like 3 seasons.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Avori. Okay. Bree
I know her,
from
yeah.
Too Hot to Handle, season 6.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Chase, I hate this
Chase from Too Hot to Handle and Perfect Match. I didn't watch either of those seasons, so I don't know him, but those are
He's
two.
so obnoxious.
Gabby from Cheer.
Yeah,
So that's interesting. I kind of love that. I love Cheer.
I loved Cheer.
Georgia from Too Hot to Handle season 3 and Perfect Match season 1. Gio from Selling the OC.
He's not gonna do well there.
Irina from Love is Blind season 4.
Oh my God.
Okay, I know one of my toxic traits is loving to see Irina on my screen.
Oh, I know. I mean, she's gonna cut people down.
She is so diabolical.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, what is up with her? I just don't even get her.
I love to study her.
Yes, I love it. So she'll be amazing. Kyle from The Circle season 6.
I don't know if I watched season 6.
Yeah, I watched like one season of The Circle and he was not on it. Lexi from The Ultimatum Queer Love, which I didn't watch, but right.
Yeah, she was nice.
Lorenzo from Squid Game, which I never watched.
I never watched that.
Lewis from Too Hot to Handle season 5 and 6.
You know who Lewis's best friend is?
Who?
Miguel
Miguel.
from Love Island.
Oh my God, Miguel?
Yeah, Lewis and Miguel are best friends.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I was like, it didn't even compute to me
That
that
he
it
would
would
be
be
here.
Miguel from Love Island. Okay, I'm obsessed with that.
Mm-hmm.
They both have like a similar, I love that.
Yeah, they're so British.
That's so cute. Okay, love it. Maybe I love that. Okay, Morgan from Cheer. She was kind of a big character on Cheer.
She was.
Nick from The Circle season 3. Perfect Match season 1. Oh, this was the one that I watched. I know this guy.
He was annoying.
He was so annoying. He thought he was so hot.
Yeah, and so smart.
Oh, God, annoying. Okay, Polly from Selling the OC.
God, she's the most annoying person in the world.
Corey Tyler from the Circle season 6. I don't know that.
Shoopy.
Okay, I've heard of Shubham.
Oh my God,
He's like iconic, right?
Shooby. Yeah, he's the best. He's the
Did
first
he win?
winner. Yeah.
He won. Okay. So
Oh, no.
he's from
Did he win? Joey might have won.
Okay, but he was like, I feel like even I heard about him. Like
He was like, yeah, Joey won, but he was like afraid that he wouldn't be able to make friends. And he was like what the circle was for, that it was like he was himself and he ended up voted as the most popular person week after week. And it was just really sweet.
That's so cute. Okay, Tony from The Mole season 2,
Mm-hmm.
Trey from Squid Game, and that's it. So unclear. It starts on the 23rd of April. Like, it might be some good filler content.
We'll try.
Yeah.
We'll try it.
But at this rate, it just seems like random stuff is coming up now. Like,
Yeah.
they're filling the space with things.
The void.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next week, I think we probably will do like a catch-up episode with one of the franchises. Maybe I'll put something in our stories, like a poll of like what we should do between Bachelor Nation, like the Love Island universe, and Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of updates in all of those places. There always is.
It's always evolving.
Yeah. Indeed, it is. So I think that's it.
That's
Is that
it. I know. Under an
possible?
hour.
Oh, such a short episode. But yeah, if any of you do like come across something that's like new that we need to cover, let us know.
Yeah, please.
Well, we might try these things and see how they are, and if they're just not doing it, we might like one show that we were thinking of maybe dipping our toes into was Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of these shows feel hard to get into because there's so many seasons of them.
Yeah, we need to know where we can just drop in.
Right, but we'll see how it goes because at this point, I think the big next thing we're waiting for is like the Love Island summer.
And BIP.
And BIP.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be the summer. It's all going to happen at once, probably.
Yeah, as it always
because UK
does.
will come on, too, right?
UK will come. US will come. Australia is going to film, but it's not coming out until the fall. The Love Island Australia Instagram revealed that Tommy is coming back.
Which, like... Talk about someone, like, he's self-eliminated.
Yeah.
He was like, what am I doing here? I don't belong here.
He says he's ready for love, so we'll see what he does this time.
He's like, I have one more year under my belt.
Yep, I'm older now. I'm experienced. We'll see what happens.
I mean, no one from the last season is together still,
No,
right?
No.
Not even, like, close.
Oh, no, Kayla and Eric are together, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like so funny because they met like the last week of the show.
Yeah, they're just still in their little like power lifting couple bubble.
Good for them.
Yeah, honestly,
Simpler
good for them.
times. Okay, well, I guess that's it then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you all for listening so much.
Yeah.
We love you so much. Thanks for like starting this year off with a bang with us. With
I
all
know,
this
for real.
content. Yeah. Now we got a couple weeks of easy breezy.
Yeah, and we'll enjoy it.
Yes. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yay! Cheers,
Cheers, lovers.
Thanks for listening to Can I Steal You for a Minute? Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and if you like the show, please leave a rating and review. Follow us on social media at Can I Steal You for a Minute Pod, and support the show through Patreon at patreon.com/Can I Steal You for a Minute.